welcome to Listening to Lancaster. I'm Diana Martin with Hourglass, and it's my pleasure to be joined today by Ramon Escudero, the Executive Director of the Center for Sustained Engagement with Lancaster at F&M. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you, Diana. I'm glad to be here.
I'd also like to thank Michael's Motor Cars, who sponsors these episodes, for their support of Hourglass. All right, let's jump right in. Ramon, can you let us know a little bit more about what the Center for Sustained Engagement with Lancaster is and how it got started?
Of course. So the Center for Sustained Engagement with Lancaster, or CSO, as we like to call it by its acronyms, is the latest community engagement initiative launched by F&M College. CSO fosters and encourages research on local issues among the college faculty. We do so by facilitating access to the college faculty research expertise through CSO. And F&M aims to demonstrate the tangible value of liberal art education in addressing society's most pressing challenges.
And how did it get started? You got a grant to fund the
Yes,
center?
yes. So CSO started early 2019, and its operations are funded by an award granted by the Endeavor Foundation, which is a philanthropy organization based in New York City, and also by the college resources. CSO supports local research on community scholarships in three focus areas: poverty and social inequality, environmental sustainability, and social practice and community-based arts.
So how did you land on those focus areas?
These focus areas were formulated based on the college expertise, or the research expertise the faculty have, and also in response to Lancaster regional challenges.
And what are some of the programs that you have at CSO to support that work?
So we channel all of our assistance through the faculty. We provide seed grants to faculty. We also give, and these seed grants help them implement projects that will help alleviate some of the issues that the community faces, and that they are either researching prior to reach out to CSO. It could be in Lancaster County or somewhere else, but they have interest in applying that knowledge and experience in Lancaster. We also provide funding for student research assistance, so we get the students involved. We also provide with funding for curricular innovation. So if faculty wants to integrate any of the challenges facing Lancaster into their classwork, they can do that. We also have some programs that go to community stakeholders. We are on our first year for an emerging artist in residence program. With this program, we host one artist and helping the artist, social art artist in launching their career. We have 2 more of those coming up. We also have our community leadership development grant. We award every semester 3 community leaders with us funding a self-designed project that will help them with their leadership development skills by targeting one community issue challenge that they want to work on.
I'd love to hear more about some of those projects. What does that kind of look like on the ground? What are some of the grants you've given out, or some things that your faculty or students are working on?
Yes, of course. So for the leadership, we just granted 3 of them. One is Amer Al-Fayyad. He's working with police departments in educating about giving them some helping them bridge better communications with immigrants. You know, in many countries where, particularly those that are here as refugees, police department is part of the oppressor in the country they are coming from. So, you know, educating those backgrounds to police and it will give them a better understanding that, you know, why some of these people might get a bit nervous when getting stopped, you know. Another one is to Michelle Bad. She was recently awarded for, she studied at Lancaster Bail Fund, helping those with no resources and have some issues for small offenses in having access to bail funds so they can continue their case outside of prison. And the other one is a project working with mental health, working with Anita Plan-Pilkerton. So those are the three first awards we have. Those are community leaders that are working, that are well known on their areas. And in terms of faculty, we have been supporting, and again, for the community leaders, this is the first round of awards that we provided. With faculty, we have several projects. We've been supporting faculty in first, like last year was to assess the impact of the pandemic in Lancaster County. It was the first assessment to measure the impact locally here in Lancaster. And we did that in partnership with United Way. It was a multidisciplinary team of faculty members who came with this project. And we were looking at the impact of COVID-19 on public health, on education, on the immigrant population, social, economic impacts. And we, earlier this year, we presented the final results of this several weeks research performed in partnership with United Way. We also have other projects like the communal composting sites that one of our faculty members is working on in partnership with Lancaster City Government. We also are funded projects working with church work services and the impact of COVID-19 with the immigrant population. We also have a project supporting another faculty on increasing ecological knowledge and community engagement of biodiversity in partnership with Lancaster Conservancy. We also are, let me see, another one that comes to mind is working with the school district of Lancaster on setting the stage for to introduce a philosophy to high schoolers. There are several. Those are the ones that are coming to my top of my head right now.
Yeah, and I think I saw something on your website about also being involved with some of the green infrastructure projects in the city and stormwater runoff.
Exactly. We have, how can I forget that one? That's very important. Supporting faculty on the research in assessing the rainwater gardens and their efficiency in the city, you know? And those projects have a heavy involvement of students, you know. We provide with the funds, we provide it with the connection to the faculty, but also facilitating access to student research assistants, because these projects are quite complex. They can take several time. And one of the things that the community need to know is that research that are coming from higher ed institutions like F&M College, they not only do research, they also have to teach class. So it's very, they dedicate a big deal of time for these projects, and it's very complex in the planning and execution of these projects.
Tell me a little bit more about the Artist in Residence program. Who are some of the artists you've been able to support through that, and what are some of the things they've been working on?
Yes, well, one of them is the first one we launched this one this year is Shelby Wormley. Mm-hmm. And she is a photographer and is documenting about barbershops in Lancaster. It's a really neat project. She had some presentations here already, and she will be with us through the end of this year and working right now on the production of her exhibition. And that will be open next year. We will be sending press releases about that, inviting the community and those that were involved in her residency project to come and enjoy her artwork here.
I'm really looking forward to that. I can't wait. So in your role as the executive director, what does success look like for the center?
Success, well, one of the things that I was very interested when we were having these conversations, these meetings prior the start of the operations of CISO, was that the college was very committed on having through this grant, tackling community issues that we can help alleviate by facilitating access to our faculty research expertise. Mm-hmm. So to me, when we have a project, we help a faculty, providing with the funding and matching them with a local organization, and then see how that partnership, F&M faculty, local organization in Lancaster County are working, and in many cases, finding solutions to the issue they were tackling is success for us.
Mm-hmm. And why is it so important for the F&M community to be engaged with Lancaster and its challenges?
Well, F&M is an anchor organization here in Lancaster. It's, the James Street Corridor started a partnership F&M and LGH several years ago, and that contributed towards the revitalization of the city. So for F&M, it's very important to stay engaged with the community and facilitating access to resources that we have here that otherwise will be only be of use or benefit to our community within the college. We want to expand those benefits to beyond the campus. And not only in the city, the center supports research. We call it community scholarship. This is research on local issues, countywide. So we are doing that through these different projects, and I think that's what the college is another way to increase its blueprint to the community.
And if people are listening to this from the community and maybe they have an idea of something that fits well with the goals of the center, what's the best way they can get involved or maybe connect with you and explore those ideas?
Of course, they can visit our website, fnm.edu/CSEWL, CSEWL, or they can also reach out directly to me by email at Ramon, RAMON.Escudero, ESCUDERO @fnm.edu.
And what do you guys have coming up in the future that we should look for or look forward to?
Well, we have another emerging artist that is gonna have a residency here next academic semester in the spring. We also have 2 more rounds of to select 3 community leaders to help them out with their leadership skills development while tackling a community issue. We are going to have the call for applications very soon. And then some of the projects that faculty are actually currently performing is there's a film festival kind of event that a faculty is putting together. And another one is a series of podcasts to record stories of Lancaster around here. So that those two projects that are coming up in the pipeline have a strong component of community engagement. So people, organizations that want to get involved, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to connect them with the faculty leading these projects.
Okay, that's great. Was there anything I didn't ask about today that you wanted to share?
Well, one of the things about the structure of the center, so the center is a result of many years of conversations among faculty that resulted on the creation of the Center for Sustained Engagement with Lancaster. And while I'm the executive director, the leadership structure is me and 3 faculty members as the faculty co-directors. So we have the direct connection to faculty at FNN, but we also, to learn more about what the community is needing and help us with the reach out to the community, we have an advisory board of community leaders. So we have representation from Lancaster City government, we have representation from Lancaster County Community Foundation, we have representation from Brightside Community Center, Opportunity Center, and we have representation from Millersville University too, in this advisory board of community leaders. So they keep us up to date of what's going on. And besides, you know, my own experience and network of connections that I was fortunate to build from my previous positions in Lancaster County.
Well, it sounds like you have a great group of people helping to inform the work that you're doing. And I look forward to checking out the new podcast episodes and Film Fest. And we'll definitely send out some of that information to our audience at Hourglass so people can stay in the loop with what you have going on.
Yeah, you mentioned something very important. We also are documenting several of our projects that we are involved in a podcast format. So if you guys want to go at those that, like me, when go for walking or jogging, you know, you put your earphones on, you can learn more about these exciting projects at the podcast that we have in our website.
Well, thanks so much for being here with us today. It was great to learn a little bit more about the Center for Sustained Engagement with Lancaster and what you have going on over at FNN. For everyone who's listening, you can find more episodes of Listening to Lancaster on our YouTube channel or on our website at hourglasslancaster.org.
Thank you, Diana, for the opportunity to reach out to the community. And yes, please don't hesitate to, if you have questions or want to learn more about the center, how to get engaged with the college, or have a community issue that you think, oh, you know, the college can help us, feel free to reach out to me. I think you will put that, my email address, right? Yeah, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thanks so much for being here today.
Good seeing you.